The world is changing.
51 years ago, the War of the Wilds came to a stalemate. The people of the Graynor Peninsula set all plant life ablaze to stop the Stranglehold and built a mighty wall to keep the wilds at bay. All the while, they sat atop their monument, never truly knowing why this all began. A likeness of peace blanketed the blasted lands.
1 year ago, it all changed. An ancient god, once bound by old magic, found himself free and took his vengeance as his shackles were shattered. The mountainous city of Bulwark paid a grave price, but in the wake of this destruction comes the first glimpses of the possibility for true and honest peace.
Our heroes venture from their familiar homeland into the fullness of what their world was before the war. A world they've touched, but never truly seen. They find themselves caught between a land that has tried to end their lives hundreds of times over, and a country they helped decimate.
Under the Canopy, they seek glory, truth, and salvation. The world is changing, and their hands will guide it. Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, consequences, a miracle, and a long overdue discussion. Thank you to our backers, Joel, Ice Tier Brewing, and Patrick for their support. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path.
Hey guys. It's June 4th, 2020.
It is.
How you doing?
It's June 5th.
Fuck, is it June 5th?
It's June 5th, baby.
Fuck. Hey guys, it's June 5th, 2020. How y'all doing?
I started a new work from home job this week, so time's a lie now.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Oh god. Yeah, teaching from home was very weird. You've got a schedule that you kind of have to keep, but like there's so few things on that schedule. So it's like, I know I have to do something at some point. I don't know when it is now, let alone when that should be.
Let alone when that has to be done by.
Exactly. It was not great. There was a sad moment because I turned in my keys today to the school, and I went into my classroom to drop some stuff off, and I was like, classroom, it was nice for the 2 weeks I taught in you.
Yeah.
Before the
Zach
world
and I are both
exploded.
27 now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
I don't like it. 27's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I think that's just bile because I'm 27 now.
I'm gonna be 32 here in a couple of weeks. The nice thing about that is that, assuming things don't explode again, I might actually get to have a birthday.
Yeah.
Like, I might be able to, it's like, hey, get everybody who had their birthday fucked over by all of the things happening. It's like, hey, let's do a big shindig. Like, let's go to Stones.
That's all of us, right? That's all of us.
COVID catch-up party. Yeah, Zach's early May, I'm late May.
I'm early April.
Also, Imprinted Echoes, dear friend Rin Moran is late May. Your brother-in-law is late May there, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our kind of group of friends, we're very May populated.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Just hardcore. A whole lot of Tauruses and Geminis. Yeah, Griffin, our resident Gemini. How you doing?
What's up? There's nothing more I have to say about that.
You have nothing more to say? You're doing fine?
No, although I'll just quickly retell the bit of the three people who at the bread mines are really into astrology, and when they found out I was a Gemini, all three of them in tandem went, ooh. Sorry, Mordecai's a drunk, and this is not a good time for him to be drunk.
No, not at all, but it makes for good drama.
You make your way in various states of sobriety back up to the room, and Kyron is clutching his hand, and as soon as the door is shut, he starts screaming and cursing. Ah, mother!
You're going to need to keep your voice down. Give me a second, and I will cast why the fuck not? 3rd level Cure Wounds. Oh, that was very good. That's 25. That's 3 sevens.
It heals, and the blood kind of retracts. but there is still something wrong with something about the hand. Just like wasn't like it was bad. Whatever happened, like something flattened his hand.
All right, so tell us what happened.
Where'd you get the extra fingers?
I didn't. And he like pulls his fingers forward, and you can all hear like bone like cracking and snapping back into place.
All right, come on, Mordecai, get it together. I'm gonna turn into a dog really quickly, and then back, and turn into a dog again, and back to try to sober myself up.
I love it.
Someone help me sober up.
Roll me a Constitution check, because that's kind of I like that. That's clever.
Just rapidly wild shape. That's a 21.
This is a trick, clearly an old Wilds trick, but it does work.
Yeah. It's called Hair of the Dog.
That's very good. That's real...
I'm so mad at you right now, but that is also very clever.
You learned it from Mr. Taldway. It was the one thing he taught you.
I absolutely did. Mordecai, in the course of 15 seconds, becomes man, then dog, then...
You anamorph in and out of dog.
He's back and is looking...
All right, what happened?
Chiron is clearly still very distracted. Master B pipes in. Well, it started out normal enough. We got out there. It's a stout hall, and it's an old converted warehouse. Everything was fine. And then everybody started talking. First, it was Agrippa. Agrippa's the head of the Beastmasters. She started to speak up, kind of introducing Mantellum, mentioned that there was somebody missing. And then Mantellum got up, and that guy can run a room. Very persuasive. Especially for these folks. They were on his side, and then I don't know what happened. I'd have to take another look at it. But the building just came down around our ears.
Building dropped.
Just no warning, no nothing. Just down.
With everyone still in it?
Everyone's still in it.
What the hell?
I don't know what happened. We got out, we were near the back, and between the two of us, Chiron here's pretty strong, and he grunts and clenches his hand again. And I've got my magic. We were able to get some people out and keep some folks protected, but chaos reigned quickly. We got out of there. As far as we could tell, it looked like the two guildmasters were all right, but we were running quick.
Can't be a coincidence. That's
No.
either a hell of a setup or foul play.
Honestly, I'm thinking both.
Did Mantellum save everyone? Do anything miraculous?
Master B shakes his head. No, I didn't see him. And then Chiron, after being quiet since stopping cursing, pipes up. You mean to tell me you missed him picking up those beams and just hooking them? The man was a machine. I've never seen anything like it. He was moving massive planks. I don't know where he got that energy or where he got the strength, because he doesn't look strong. He's built. Certainly, he is set. He is sturdy. But I would never have pegged him for strong. Hell's bells. Fuck, my hand hurts.
Not to cop Jackson's flavor, but can I make an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Or an investigation, I guess, more specifically?
What are you trying to figure out?
Griffin's cooking an idea. Let me roll first.
Sure.
And let me see if Mordecai puts it together. That's a 13. You tell me. Griffin's putting together had a brainwave.
Okay.
Mo wasn't at this rally.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the building guild leader.
Sure.
It'd be a really good person to sabotage a building, and he conveniently wasn't there. Would that make sense for you that Mordecai could put that together?
Yeah, absolutely. He very explicitly said, I'm not at a thing tonight.
Yeah.
Even though he's usually not at things. He's usually... The place he was at is the place he's usually seen publicly at.
Right.
So
I don't know. It could be nothing, but I just...
He could have...
it does seem awfully convenient, right? And I mean, if I wanted to sabotage a building, I'd find a carpenter or a stonemason.
Sure.
Find out where the weak points are. I don't know, but it seemed like he was on Mantellum's side, unless it's all a front. I don't know. I'm sorry,
Well,
a lot's happening.
I do know, because I took really good notes, I do know that between Mo and Mantellum and Agrippa, those were the three people that were missing from the guild leaders meeting I was at.
Oh,
Everybody else was there, but they were all notably absent.
interesting.
I don't know.
I feel like at this moment we don't have too much information.
What do we even do? Like, even if we could go and solve everything and figure out who did it, what do we do with that information?
There's really nothing.
We keep it in our pocket until it's useful to us.
At the moment, I think the best thing we can do is try to get Kieran patched up and then go to bed.
Yeah.
We got a big day tomorrow. Fuck, every day's a big day.
Did you hear anything else from the rally? Anything else they said that we should know?
Anything of note?
Nothing specific. Honestly, it seemed like the whole thing was a setup to try and get people to just hear out his message.
Gotcha.
Maybe the priests tried to set something up to, like, shut down his following? I don't know.
Maybe. It's a clear act of escalation, whether the priest did it
Absolutely.
or whether Mantellum did it to himself.
I forget sometimes, but, like, you two were raised as soldiers. I was raised as a spy. Like, these are the things that I think about. It's kind of in my musculature.
And this happened 2 days before we're set to arrive, right? And the summit's set to start?
Yeah, summit is set to start as soon as the contingent from Bulwark arrives, and you are set to arrive tomorrow. So you imagine that they can't be more than like 2 or 3 days out.
We sort of got a Fayish jump.
There's no way the timing here is an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And we would know from our time in Lee over the last day or two that this is a clear escalation of things happening. Nothing like this has happened.
Nothing quite like this. No.
It's all been in the shadows and economics and but trying to gather
trade
power.
war and
yeah, Cold War type things.
I'm assuming we're going to hear news of an accident.
Probably.
I wonder, I'd be curious to see if anyone tries to claim this.
I can't wait to hear what Mantellum says.
Yeah.
Just keep our ears open. That's all we can do.
And not take sides until we have to. So in the morning, I'm going to the Iron Thistle, and Amare is coming with me. But we're going at the ass butt, so y'all can sleep.
All right.
Yes,
And then, where do y'all want to... Kyron, where should we all meet so we can, like...
Just out front. Fuck me.
I'm really sorry that happened to you, Kyron. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
Okay, I go down to the bar, and I find Ed. Mm-hmm. And I say, hey, Ed, Kyron's had a bad night. Can you just... And I'll hand him... how much do I have? I'll hand him 3 steel and say, can I just have a bottle of whatever his favorite stuff is?
He nods and hands it over.
Okay, I'll take that and the glass up for him in case he decides, he wants a glass.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up. Here you go.
He takes
Sleep
it.
well.
He goes to take it with the hand that was hurt, and you get a good look at it. For Jackson, it does not look good. Like, it was cured wounds, but this might have been beyond that kind of magic. Like, he's not going to die and he's not losing more blood, but his hand is mangled. He takes it with the other hand, pulls the cork, and goes and sits by a window looking out. What do the rest of y'all do?
I don't know. I want to help Kyron, but I don't know that I can. I can bake off a healing spirit and just have him stick his hand in an ethereal pony.
I never want to hear that sentence again.
I was looking at spells too. I've only got 2nd level healing magic, so like the best thing I can do is give him a prayer of healing.
Yeah, I did literally the best I could do. So.
Yeah. We just don't have.
We're not doctors. We're healers.
We're not even really healers.
No.
You've all just ad hoc'd it into your characters after the fact.
We're all off healers.
We're all field medics.
Yep.
Yeah. We're trained in first aid.
Yeah.
We're fucking soldier trained first aid medics.
Kyron, do you need first aid? Do you need first aid? Do you need first aid?
If you need first aid, you have to tell me.
Yeah. Or it's entrapment.
Zafir, was there anything specific you wanted to do?
I mean, yes, go back and have do my whole offerings of routine to the deep and contemplating and getting ready for tomorrow.
So, guys, a big moment's about to happen. I'm gonna go into my room. I'm going to take out the little statue of Benjamina, and I'm gonna set it down. And to one side, I'm gonna take the little. Oh, what?
I was gonna say, just remember, you've used Benjamina very recently.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm not using her. I'm gonna put Benjamina down in front of me. I'm going to kind of off to my left, and then off to my right, I'm gonna put down the Chia Pet, the Chihuahua, the Bean Gull, whatever we decided on. And then I'm gonna reach into my pocket, and I'm gonna take out Hugo. I'm gonna put Hugo down on the ground in the center, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals via the Ring of Animal Influence. I'm gonna say, Hugo,
yeah,
you have been recently an instrumental part of this team, and I'm very happy I got the chance to get to know you. How would you like to join us on our adventures? And I'm going to pull out the big salt block of friendship.
Yo, what's happening?
Which will, if I can remember back, upwards of 70 episodes.
Yeah.
Will endear one animal to me for life.
If that's not what it did, it's what it's doing right now.
I'm using this as whatever slight twinge of magic is baked into this thing to formally recruit Hugo.
Oh, the salt block.
One Hugo Thickmouse's eyes grow wide as he sees this big salt block.
I'm just gonna set it down on the ground with all my friends.
All right, boss. Where we going?
Wherever the winds take us, Hugo. I'll look wistfully in the distance. Wherever the winds take us.
Wherever the winds take us.
You're a good mouse.
You're a good... What are you? You're so tall.
Oh, I'm a shifter.
Huh.
Yeah, we're called shifters.
Huh. Cool.
Actually, you want to see something really weird? You want me to really freak your bean?
Do it.
Oh, wait, I can't. I tried to turn into a mouse, but I burned both my wild shapes.
You just shift.
So nothing happens. I go, I'll show you in the morning.
All right.
I'll have a little mouse pocket on part of my outfit now. And now we have a mouse, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, no, you...
Truly,
another party member has been added.
There we go. Apart your leather, you just get a little mouse perch. A little mouse hut put onto your armor.
Now I have 3 animal friends.
Jackson, what does so are you keeping watch tonight, or are you going into meditation?
I'm going to meditate for the first 4 hours and then just be up early. But first, I have a letter to write.
Yes, you do.
Jackson goes into his room and pulls out the paired scrolls and sits down to write Addie back and stares at it for a very, very long moment. Dear Addie, well, I was going to wait to write to you after we officially announced our arrival in Lee, or whatever the official diplomatic thing to do is. This is all still very strange and new. It was one thing when we were running around protecting patrons and just trying to keep the world safe. But now we're representing people. Our friends and families and the whole world. It's a lot. And being here in Lee and seeing what's going on over here, maybe we're not that different. They've got their own problems too. There's good people over here. We've made many friends. We've learned a lot. But tomorrow feels big, and I wanted to write you now because you don't get a lot of moments to sit down and figure out what you're going to say immediately before something world-changing happens. And that's what tomorrow feels like. I will do everything I can to keep our world safe. And I know the boys will too. I miss you. And I love you. XOXO. Jackson.
What the hell?
You write your letter, and you assume the position and go into your meditation. You come out of it. You're prescribed 4 hours later. It's about 4 in the morning. You know that you're going to need to leave in probably an hour or 2 in order to make sure you get to the Iron Thistle with enough time to get everything taken care of. You come out into kind of that main circular room, and you see Chiron and Amareya Dejani talking. Amareya Dejani is holding Chiron's hand and just kind of turning it over. I can't... Let me try something. I need metal. I need it like an ingot or something pure.
Oh, well, I have steel. I have a lot now, but they, use it for coins over here.
Yes. Can I see?
Yeah, cool, sure. I'll hand him a couple of pieces of steel.
How much do you have?
I think I have 15 left.
Okay.
So I will give him however much he needs.
Okay. He will take the whole 15. I can start with this. Let me... And he takes the steel in his hand, and you see him just for a moment just kind of concentrate. And you see his hands glow white hot.
Okay.
And the steel just falls into putty around his hands. And he's like, yes.
That's really good.
And he looks into Chiron's eyes. I remember now. And he takes Chiron's hand and he looks at Chiron dead in the eye. This is going to hurt so much. Yeah, all right.
Here you go. I'll give him a little piece of leather.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bite your tongue.
Chiron. Girl. What is your favorite kind of tree? What? In that moment of confusion, he slams his hand on top of Chiron's, and Chiron's eyes grow wide, and he's like, "Aah!" Very quickly, Amareya Dejani is working the metal into Chiron's hands and skin, up the arm. It is white hot, and Chiron is going crazy, but this tough as shit old dwarf is not moving. You can tell he wants to run more than anything, but after about 20 seconds of working, you can see the metal finally start to cool down. What is there, you can see Chiron's hand. It's not broken looking like it was. It doesn't look like he had it smashed the night before. It looks like it did, except a little more metallic. Got kind of a silvery sheen to it. And he looks at it and he taps his hand, and it, there's a soft ting ting ting. Huh. You're really a god, aren't you?
Is this... It is, wow. Is he gonna be okay, Amareya? I read about this thing called heavy toxin poisoning. Is, heavy metal poisoning is the thing, right?
It is, yes, but when I work with metals, I am able to... It's not just steel that I poured into his skin. There's a little bit of...
Well, yeah, I really hoped not.
I take the heavy metal parts, honestly, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm glad Amareya is getting his groove back. Is it because we're here?
I think it's because I am back with it. Whatever was taken from me when I was shackled beneath, I got a good portion of it back when we cleansed my temple.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm reacclimating, I'm reacclimating. I am learning what I can do. I can cast better now. I can cast the metal.
That's fucking awesome.
Agreed. Right.
Do you want to go see some other fucking awesome casters?
Yeah, let's do it.
And apparently casters is magic. Did you know this? I learned this last night.
Mm-hmm. It's both, really. It would be perfectly reasonable for somebody to make that mistake.
That's where we're going. I guess they're both
The guy
there.
in his sleep just says, "That's what I'm saying."
Do you head on down to the Iron Thistle then?
Yeah. We get some bangers and mash for the road. And take a walk, and we're going to meet them back wherever we said we would meet everyone back.
It's like a corn dog, but instead of cornbread, it's mashed potatoes, and they deep fry it.
Oh my god.
And we're eating this at 5 a.m.
Yeah, yes.
Fuck, Lee is weird.
You absolute monsters.
You're the one who said bangers and mash for the road.
Yeah.
How else does that look?
I don't know. I don't know. Things are different over here in Lee.
You head to the Iron Thistle, and you follow the directions. 30 minutes down the road, you reach the purple square, and just as the sun is peeking over the walls, the dawn light falls, guiding you to the Iron Thistle, where a forge is already burning hot. There are a slew of individuals already working. They may have been working through the night. It's hard to tell. They've clearly just got their groove going. And you approach and you hand them the voucher. And
I'll get there and I'll very loudly go, "All right, who's in charge? Mo sent me." And I wave the little voucher like a little victory flag, and I look like Jackson.
Of course.
I don't look like Jack Buddy anymore. I did take a shower.
A Fearbulg walks up. "Hello there.
Hi.
You got one of the Hood and the Fist vouchers then, right?
Yes, I do.
I'm Papier.
Hello, Papier. I'm Jackson."
What will you be having us work on today?"
And I look over at Johnny and say, "It is cool if he works on this, right? Like, you're not going to get mad because you made it?"
"As long as he doesn't make it worse."
All right. So I start popping off the breastplate and hand it over and explain it through. So this is already pretty fucking dope, I think is the technical term. And so you see, if you turn this thing here, it goes red, and then it can go green, and then like it's.
He looks at it, kind of gives it a wide-eyed like, huh! And then calls over a couple of other people to also take a look at it, and they are fiddling with the dial, and you see them start like casting some spells on it just to like kind of like assess the situation. "Very good. Yeah, we can work with this. When you gonna want it back?"
The earliest possible time.
"All right, we can, it's early enough in the day. We could probably get it to you tonight. Where are you gonna be?"
I am not sure yet. I will come back here.
"All right. Closing hours for the public is gonna be at 8 o'clock. If you get here past then, you might have to have a tussle with my replacement tonight."
"Oh, the night watch is mean."
"They just don't like to be bothered. That's when we get a lot of work done. I'm front of house. It's all back of house that time."
Gotcha. You're the charismatic one.
"You got it." And he finger crossbows.
Hey, bigger crossbows. Do you think we could, I'll look at where the sun is in the sky and see that we have a little bit of time before we gotta meet up with them and say, could we just, unobtrusively, of course, Johnny here is a bit of a apprentice forger himself. Could we just kind of get a tour or see some of your setup?
Persuasion check at advantage.
We do roll dice on this show.
We do.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Persuasion.
Yep.
Is going to be a 16.
Cool. Yeah. Papier shrugs, nods. Yeah, come on in. Very briefly, he shows you around. You don't know much from forging, Jackson.
Fuck no, this is all for Amareya.
Absolutely.
I will smile and nod and point to things.
Things look fairly standard as far, like, you've seen wizard shit, you've seen forge shit, they just kind of, like, put it all together.
Cool.
Amareya Dejani politely nods and walks around and is pretty quiet as the two of you make your return trip to the locked cask.
So what do you think? Do they know what they're doing? Have they learned things from you?
They are not going to fuck it up.
That's good, because we left it there.
We did. But I am... In another time, they would have followed me. It is... I'm sorry, a little wistful for me to see them go their own way.
Hey, we gotta go back tonight. If you want to go back as Amareya the god, and just want to be like, what's up, you fools? You're mine now. That's how this works, right? You just go in there and you have a forge off with whoever their head forge guy is.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time, Jackson Silver.
No, are you kidding me? I want to see that. Plus, then we would have like a foothold in Lee and our own private army, kind of, sorta, and maybe that's actually a good thing for us.
You're thinking a few steps ahead, and I do like that. But let's get through today first.
I've been trying to learn from Master Baelet as he shows his wall of weird. I can't think that many steps ahead, though.
Fair enough.
I don't think he can think that many steps ahead. I think it happened accidentally, and I think he got his brain stuck.
Mordecai and Zephyr, you two wake up to find Chiron just kind of sitting and looking at his hand.
Morning.
In the main room, just kind of like turning it over. His hand looks fine, better than it did last night.
You right there, champ?
Gold medal hand.
Yeah, Johnny, Amareya Dejani fixed my hand.
What the fuck?
He fixed it and made it metal.
Let me see.
He takes a steel out of his pocket, looks at it, sets it on the table, and then takes a stoneware mug from the table and crushes it in his hand.
Okay, show off.
No, feel my hand. It feels so weird.
Hold on, it looks like a hand. Oh my god, you have metal in your hand.
I bet you could punch really hard.
I bet I could.
Chiron hit me.
Okay.
I drank a nice amount last night and didn't drink any water, so I'm not feeling great at the moment.
I gotta hydrate, man. Hydrate. And he goes in and he slugs you in the chest. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That absolutely. Wait, who is he punching? Me or Zephyr?
You, Mordecai.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yeah, that absolutely hits.
That's going to be a respectable 10 damage.
Hit you with the metal hand?
Yeah.
Slug his ass back.
That's a good hand.
Good hand.
That's a good hand.
If you punch me with the hand, I swear I will break your brain.
No, he will, trust me.
I believe you.
My ears are still ringing from the last
He hears in his head, I will, trust me.
You need to get some fucking water, man.
I'm aware of this.
Alright, I'm gonna make you remember, and I throw my arm around Zephyr. Zephyr, remember back at my family's house before we met the king, and I got really drunk and passed out in the garden?
Yeah.
And we've got a big day today. And we made that really terrible, famous Sebulwark hangover cure.
Yeah.
We're going to need to swing by the market, my friend.
I would love this.
So I make the terrible Sebulwark hangover cure.
They have all of the ingredients down in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's like root vegetables and hot sauce and just like a lot of curry powder.
Mm-hmm.
One crimson bovine.
Yeah. A singular crimson bovine, which I do have. I'll burn that for this, honest to God.
Sure. Yeah, do it.
I wasn't even drunk. I just drank so much throughout the day.
And I don't think you ate much.
I didn't drink any water all day.
No, you didn't. You gotta drink your water, my friend.
There was just so much going on.
I know. It was a big day. You're gonna be okay. Drink this.
Oh,
It's gonna make your scales stick on end, but
Constitution check there.
it's 13.
You stomach it. It's not great. You're not happy.
It's down.
there you go.
And about 10 minutes later, you are feeling better as Amaria Dejani and Jackson walk back in. Jackson without his breastplate.
I down a whole water skin.
Mm-hmm.
I ask them to refill it. I drink half of that. I top it off. And then
You better pee before we go meet the priests. I don't want you having a full bladder while we're in the middle of that.
By the time that we get out and start walking the wall of the city, I'll take a pee on. I'll pee on the wall. I'll make my mark forever.
Pull a Tyrion Lannister and pee off the side of the wall.
Yes, there we go.
You all leave the locked cask on your Kyrip Striders in as quiet and orderly a fashion as you can. You're trying not to draw attention to yourselves. Aside from a handful of pee breaks for Zephyr.
I do pee at least twice.
At least twice.
On the wall?
On the wall.
Naturally. You do relatively quickly. It takes about an hour and a half to get yourself down to the gate intended. Kyron rides ahead of you, explaining who you are to the guards, and the guard starts a massive chain of news heading to the main temple. You were all told to sit tight for just a moment, so that the appropriate honor guard can be assembled.
While we're waiting, I'm going to use my pendant for the first time.
Okay.
And I want to do elevated sight. Just get a bird's eye view of above the gates looking down into the city.
You ride this sensor as it pops out from you. The two of you see Mordecai grab this bird skull and his eyes just kind of shut and his head lolls forward. Mordecai, you've never seen anything quite like this, because you are just shooting up into the sky. It is a perspective that people don't get, and it is beautiful. You see Lee just rolling out underneath you. Even at a distance, you can see the chain of guard, this relay of news being passed up to the central district as more and more guards are making their way to the road of your entrance. You don't see anything suspicious. You see the city before you, behind you, and in the area surrounding you see the massive dying forest, because it is winter. The one thing that isn't dying, strangely, or that looks almost permanently dead, is a perfectly golden forest off to the east.
Jackson is very fiddly, as he doesn't have armor on, really. I mean, he still has some pieces here and there, and he still looks like he can handle himself, obviously, and turns to Zephyr and says, "How do you do this? How do you not wear armor?"
Well, I kind of do. I mean, technically I have studded leather, but I just sort of accent my fantastic fashions with...
It's a studded jean jacket. How does it keep you safe?
It doesn't much.
Oh.
It's mainly for cursory glancing blows that don't really hit too much.
We should really do something about that.
I've been saying that for a while now, but I mean, granted, I sort of can hit people from very far away.
That's true.
So I tend to be near the back. Look, if anyone wants to go out of the way to make me a little more sturdy, I'm here for it. But also, I mean, I'm doing all right. And if I die, I die.
I've got these, and I just flex my abs.
Oh, you're back.
No, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, great. Well, then here, chime in if you have an opinion.
Okay.
Hey, how's the weather up there?
About 120 feet colder. That didn't make sense. I don't know what I'm saying.
That didn't make sense at all.
That's what I'm keeping in, though.
So, let's just get our heads straight, guys. It's been a while since we figured out what we were doing down here, and it's been that was just a fucking long day. So
Long day.
We're here.
Yep.
First and foremost, to try to get a peace between Graynor and the Wilds.
That's the biggest, I think the biggest goal,
our official
yes.
capacity is a peace delegation from Graynor.
Well, they've got their sort of retinue from Bulwark itself.
Yes.
And then there are going to be people from the Wilds here, and then we're from Amber Eye, I think. So we're sort of a neutral ground, I believe, is the capacity we are here to fill.
We were also specifically requested by Lee.
Yeah.
Yes. We are here. I believe we are sort of the bridge or the tunnel.
The bridge too far?
Between underneath or over the wall.
We're a door.
I'll turn to Master B at this and say, do we know, Master B, who's in the actual official Bulwarkian delegation?
My mom is, right?
I would assume the Council of Mages.
I'm trying to think of who all might be. Unfortunately, that was all decided after I was officially on the road with you all.
You would be with them if you weren't with us, yes?
Yes, well, potentially.
I'm assuming the Archmages are a big part of this, yes?
They are. Councillor Leia is certainly, she's at the forefront. I believe potentially Magus Diamond, her name was on the short list as well.
I love Magus Diamond.
Justikov Vin, I believe.
Shit.
He
Fuck
was
that guy.
circling that list as well.
We didn't kill him?
Nah.
Damn.
Your father, I know, was also mentioned. I believe maybe one of your sisters as well. Yes, yours.
Dad was in Concentre last I heard.
Well, it's been a year.
Yes, but we talk. I've got a magic pony.
So your mom's going to be here.
Again, it's probably not going to be your whole family.
Have you...
Probably just Leia. I just know that they were on the short list.
Mordecai, have you seen your family? Since, you know...
Sometime during our time underground, once the search was called off for Mako, I went back up and for his remembrance. So, it's been maybe, what, 6 months?
Just about.
Are you good?
What do you mean?
I mean, boys, I guess we never really talked about this, but we killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amaria Dejani shifts very uncomfortably in his saddle.
Most of them, at least, weren't bad people.
I'll drop out of eagle sight at this point.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've with a missing brother and trying to hold on hope that maybe he wasn't dead, but realizing that was unrealistic, maybe this isn't the healthiest thing to do, but I buried all that when I buried my brother. Like, I've accepted what we've done. I can't afford to think about it otherwise. Amare is here. We're helping him. Helping him will help balance that scale out. That's my take.
Okay.
I can't let that weigh me down. We have... There's a lot going on, and I know for myself, personally, if I let that start weighing me down, I won't be able to take another step forward.
All we can do for those people is do our best here and hope that we can do them proud, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I've had a long time to think about that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if we made the right call, but I'd do it again. Because nobody else would. And I can take that.
Yeah. Alright, boys, we change.
Fuck.
A little lighthearted levity. Are you ready?
Do you have a...
Morty, can I come over after school? After
I don't know this one.
We can hang around by the pool. Hang by the pool.
Oh, no, wait a minute. This is a song about my mom, isn't it?
from her business trip.
Business trip.
Is she around, or is she trying to give
Don't
me
listen
the
to him,
slip?
Amber. My mom's a great lady.
Give me the slip.
Marty's mom has got it going on.
Kyron, I see your foot tapping. Stop it right now.
She's
Not too good.
And I waited
I'm going back to the
so
sky
long.
now. Bye.
You can still hear me. Marty,
Fuck.
can't you see? She's just not good.
Why didn't I
for
get
me.
the pendant of Eagle's hearing?
I'm real close to your ear now. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love
Hugo,
with
sick him.
Morty's mom. Ah! Rogar, get him.
So, peace.
Yeah.
Help Amareya, and then whatever else we got to do in Lee, we'll get more information and see where it all
I think
falls.
so. I think at the end of the day, we do have a voice in this. We have some modicum of choice, I think, of what all we're here to do. Us specifically.
All right.
And I think that, same thing as it was down beneath Bulwark. We stick to our guns, we stick to each other, and
Whoa, stuck
All right.
like glue.
get all your songs out now, because I don't think you can be singing when we meet the priests.
Whoa, stuck like glue.
All right, cool.
Stuck like glue. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Onward.
As the three of you reconvene and join the rest of the party, you do see that guards are forming up to take you into the city, officially this time. Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. A special thanks to our donor, Nathan N., or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at Ryan_Albrecht, Griffin at Griffcold, and Zach at That Guy Zach Rob. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that for a lot of folks, seeing is believing.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.